Hi guys, this is Dante with Drive and Thrive. Today we're going to discuss the announcement from Uber CEO that big changes are coming to the Uber Driver app. Watch to the very end and make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on future news, tips, and tricks about Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Postmates. Okay, so the Uber CEO held a press conference a couple days ago, and it was all about a vision that Uber has for their driver app. Now, they introduced what they call 3 new improvements to the Uber Driver app, but really it's only 2 improvements to the Uber Driver app. And we're going to talk about that a little bit. And first, I'd like to say that, okay guys, so Uber is really listening to drivers, both on the Uber side and the Uber Eats side. So I think it's really imperative that all of us email Uber, get in contact with Uber, and let them know the improvements that we would like to see. Clearly, they got together with the drivers and they're trying to improve the driver app for us, probably to help with driver retention. So I think, take some time out, write a quick email, give Uber a call, let them know some of the ideas that you have so that they can know that some of these things that we really want on the app can actually be added. Okay, so enough of that, but let's start with what they have done to improve the app. So the first thing is you can now track your earnings at a glance. This is something that DoorDash added a few months ago. I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 months ago. After your deliveries, you can see right at the top right corner, you'll see your earnings this session, right? Now, I'm not sure if Uber Eats will work exactly like that, but what they will do is they'll have your earnings pop up after you complete a delivery. So you'll be able to see exactly how much you made on your last trip. And you could just tap that earnings button and you can see your weekly earnings and your daily and weekly earnings. So that's awesome, along with sleeker design, the cleaner design that they're promising. That'll be awesome to have. I will say this though. I hope they utilize what DoorDash has done, and that they're able to have every session, or perhaps every day, to have your earnings for that day, not just for the session. Because as you know, I'm a big proponent of not accepting orders from Uber Eats. I mean, I reject orders all the time, and I only accept the orders that make sense logistically. So, but if you cancel 3 orders, it logs you off, and then you have to log back in. So, small things like that. I mean, we'll see, right? So this is in the planning stages so far. He announced it, so I'm sure it's going to happen. But okay, let's move on to the next interesting, very, very interesting update to the app, which is real-time updates of busy areas. Now, Postmates already has this. So on the map on Postmates, you're able to see hot areas. And DoorDash, somewhat less than Postmates, but they still have that. But on Postmates, the areas will glow dark red in the busier areas, and then it gets progressively lighter as the busy areas decrease. So if it's a slow area, it'll be like light pink, but if it's super busy, it'll be dark red. So I think Uber Eats and Uber, they're going to try to duplicate that positive aspect of the Postmates app and bring that positive aspect to the Uber Driver app, and also the positive area from the DoorDash app that shows your current total, and they're going to fuse that together. Because I said in another video that the one thing that stops me from driving with Uber Eats exclusively, because of all the other benefits that Uber Eats has, is it's lacking in a few of those areas on the app. But even those 2 things won't make me drop DoorDash and Postmates completely and only drive for Uber Eats. There are a couple of things, a couple of big things that if they improve the app, I'll basically not drive for DoorDash anymore or Postmates. Okay, so the first improvement that I would like to see, I'd like to know what restaurant I'm going to be delivering to before I accept the order. Now, I know that Uber Eats, so let's start that. I know that Uber Eats has a reason for that. You know, they want it to be anonymous because they don't want you to pick and choose the restaurants because they want the food actually delivered. But, you know, that's good for Uber, but it's terrible for us drivers. Some of the restaurants are incredibly difficult to find parking or to actually get to the restaurant, like in downtown Seattle on a busy day. It's very hard to find parking and actually get into the restaurant to pick up the food to begin with. Some of the restaurant staff are really rude. Some of the restaurants are very slow. So if you have a problem restaurant, it would be amazing to be able to say, you know what, I'll never deliver to that restaurant again. And if a bunch of drivers are always rejecting a certain restaurant, I think it would be smart for some of these platforms to remove those restaurants from the app itself instead of torturing us drivers. Okay. So that's the first thing I would like to see. I would like to see the name of the restaurant before we accept the orders. And the other thing I would like to see on the app is how much we will be paid before we pick up the order. So with DoorDash, you know exactly the amount you'll be paid, and Caviar too, before you accept or decline an order. Now, that would do wonders for my appreciation for the Uber Eats Drivers app. Because if they included those two things, I would never need to drive for DoorDash or Postmates again. Considering all the benefits that Uber Eats provides, like you get to wait in your car, you don't have to go up to customers' doors usually. You get to always have the order placed. You never have to place the order yourself unless it's a fast food place. Actually, not even the fast food places, because McDonald's, you just go up and you give them the order number. So you never have to order the food yourself. The food is either ready or it's not. And if it's not ready in 5 minutes, you can decline it and you can move on to the next one. The customers only have 5 minutes to come pick up their food when you're waiting in your car, or you get to complete the order and you get to keep the food. So you get to get paid and keep the food. So all of those benefits that Uber Eats has. The two improvements they need to have is they need to let us know which restaurants we're going to deliver to ahead of time. And they need to let us know how much we're going to get paid ahead of time. Because I know for a fact some of the deliveries, especially the super low ones, that is seemingly far, might not be worth it. You know, I would decline a lot of orders if they came in, oh, you'll get paid $5 for this. Oh, you'll get paid $6 for this. I decline them. So, on the whole, I think it's a wonderful thing that the Uber CEO is listening to both the Uber drivers and the Uber Eats drivers, and they're trying to improve the application. But I say, you know, let us not be passive, and let's be proactive in communicating with the Uber CEO and Uber Eats and Uber generally, and letting them know the changes we'd like to see. Because I believe driver retention would go a long way to help Uber's business. You know, and while we're sending these emails, how about we explain some of that to them? The economic benefit of keeping us drivers on their platform longer. You know, there's many benefits to it. Maybe that's for another video. Okay, but those are the changes so far. Now, let me know what you think. What changes would you like to see to the Uber Driver app? What do you think we should be fighting for? What do you think would be the biggest improvements? And if you have any comments on the new driver app, let me know below. And make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. I think it'll be right here. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on news, tips, and tricks for Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Postmates. And as always, remember to drive and thrive. Bitch, I wanna party like Chris.